All right, what up, people? It's your boy Chig. You are through to the combat show. And yes, we're going to be doing a preview today on some boxing. And of course, we're going to cover the kind of, I say the little card. It was a decent card, and then until fights started falling through left, right, and center this weekend. But we'll also cover the UFC card as well, very, very briefly. But the main focus for today will be the Billy Joe versus Canelo Alvarez fight. Big fight this weekend. So, of course, joining me as always are my two co-hosts. First and formally, Ola, say hello to the people. Ola.
Oh, we're back. We're back. Um, yeah, excited to talk about all these combat spots that we got going on. And let's not forget, Bellator's on tonight. Anthony Rumble Johnson is fighting. Michael Venom Page is fighting. Yeah, weekend of combat spots. Let's talk about it.
There you go. And of course, my other co-host, Will. Say hello to the people, bro.
Hello, people. How you doing? Let's get going. Let's get going. Come on. Let's go.
And you know, we couldn't do a boxing preview without our friend of the show, Big Unks himself, as we call him. Kenny can say hello to the people.
Hi guys, how you doing? I'm downstairs this time in different part of the house, but it's been like a long day. But I did have the luxury of watching the weigh, and yeah, I don't know what you guys are going to take from the weigh. I'm sure we're going to discuss that. But there's some like biggies. So it's a biggie, man. It's a daddy fight, man. I think it's going to be the biggest fight of 2021. The reason why it's the biggest fight of 2021 is because we still haven't got confirmation of Joshua and Tyson Fury.
Yeah, yeah. We can only judge. We can only judge fights. We can only judge it on fights that have actually been made. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to this. I must admit. Everyone that is watching, please do me a favor as you come into the chat room. Do slap a like on the video. You're watching this on Periscope. Just share this around and make sure as many people see it as possible as we kind of do a deep dive into the preview of the show. And first things first, I wanted to start with you, Kenny Penn. Have you been like really participating in the build up to the fight? Have you been enjoying the build up to the fight, the mind games, the ring sizes, the ring spaces?
I think if you follow my Instagram, you'll know full well that I've been like very mischievous. Like put stuff on Instagram, the stories, and on my feed as well. I'm taken in by the fight. You know, Billy Joe Saunders is doing a Billy Joe. I think it's like a replica of his antics. His friend's antics, Tyson Fury 2015,
Yeah,
where
let's
Tyson
go.
Fury thought, yeah, Tyson Fury thought he was going to be a good heel, and he was going to sort of say, right, I'm going to wind this guy up. This guy thinks all he has to do is turn up, and then when I get in the ring, I'm going to give him a shock, and he gave him a shock. And I think
Yeah,
Billy Joe Saunders is of that same ilk. He doesn't believe Canelo's the best fighter of all time. He doesn't believe he's Pamper fans. He generally believes that there's a bit of hype about Canelo, and he's going to have no problem proving to the British public and the world public that he is the pound for pound boxer, not Canelo, and he intends to do that in the ring.
um, I must admit, I believe more and more every time I watch what like the preview or something that kind of build up shows that actually maybe this guy really truly believes in himself because I'm at first I thought to myself, like you said, I thought a little bit of posturing. I didn't think they would ever give up on their opportunity of fighting for a ring size for the sake of ring size. So for anyone who doesn't know, there was a bit of a dispute earlier this week about the actual ring size. Typically, in the States, they use a 20-foot ring. Then all of a sudden, Billy Joe was told that he needed to use an 18-foot ring. And Billy Joe said no, he wanted a 24-foot ring. So there was a big dispute as to what was going to happen. And obviously, it matters because it's part of the game plan, part of each other's game plan. One to suppress the
I was
movement
I
and
was
one
just
to
gonna say,
encourage
for
it.
their weight class, does it really make? How
No,
much of a difference does it make?
so in UFC, for example, you guys seems to be like a random thing whereby the octagon comes the way it comes. Whereas in boxing, those sort of details will be specified in a contract way before any negotiations happen. So, like, if there is going to be a change to the ring size, then it was specified nice and early that
Mm,
size should change. Because if
right,
someone
right.
relies on movement, that will matter. It will 100% matter. So yeah, I think there was a big dispute over that. And I think it was kind of the consensus was that we did feel as though that was going to make a huge difference. In the end, I think Billy Joe kind of let that point go. To be fair to Billy Joe, he never said he wasn't going to box. It was always his dad that kind of was saying that. And there was I think there's just this general plan of trying to get underneath Canelo's skin, and they seem to be doing it. Well, what do you think in terms of the fight? Do you think that they are successfully getting under Canelo's skin?
Nah, nah,
No.
nah, nah. I don't think so. I think Canelo's too professional for all this, and I think Canelo also. How can I say this? Under Golden Boy, he was held back a bit to
Yeah.
be this clean kind of guy. So he never really spoke back. If you watch ever since he
Mhm.
left Golden Boy, if you talk shit, he would talk shit back to you. He don't really care. Like it's not the same as it used to be with Canelo right now. He's not looking to polish his image up. He's just looking to fight. So that's why I think he's not getting under Canelo's skin. Canelo's probably thinking, yeah, okay. Everyone said a lot of things and not lasted. Let's see if you last. That's how I think Canelo's looking at it as. That's how I think Canelo's looking at it as. He's very confident in the people he's beat. He's very confident that Billy Joe's nothing. Because first off, he's thinking he's a feather puncher. He's not a hard puncher, which might surprise him. Because we always get these things where people seem to think, oh, he's not a hard puncher. Then you face him and then you're like, oh, he's actually harder than I thought. Because you made in your
Mhm.
mind frame that I'm going to walk through him. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this. And then you get hit with the first time and you're like, okay, my game plan is sort of like crazy now because I was only thinking of walking through him. What else have I got? So that's what I think Canelo's banking on.
And I don't know if you guys particularly agree with this point, but I suppose the older you get and the more fights you have, the less battle resistant you become. Keep in mind, I mean, I know he's not that old, but he's had like, what is it, 60 plus fights? Something crazy like that. At some point, the sort of punches that perhaps weren't wobbling you before will probably wobble you now, especially at the angles that Billy Joe will come at. Because it won't just be power, it'll be about the precision of the angle he comes at and the way he comes at it. And those are the sort of things that I'm looking forward to watching at the weekend and seeing how he recovers from them. If he recovers from them at all, to be fair. Um, okay. What about you, Ola, from your perspective? I know boxing's not necessarily the highest on the agenda, but is the hype from your perspective? Is it something you've seen?
Yeah, I mean it's a bit. Whenever Canelo, I know Saunders is right up there in name. The only thing that disappointed me with Saunders the last time was it was on the undercard of a YouTube thing, and now he's fighting a real champion in Canelo. You know what I mean? I think it was the Nate and Jake Paul's first fight. It was on the undercard of that fight, right? Saunders.
Which promoter put him there? Which promoter put him there? Which promoter put him there?
Boy, don't look at me. I'm just saying, right? But now he's back here about to have a real fight, and I'm facing, one of the best champions in boxing that I've seen in a minute, and I rate Golovkin. If you can duke it out 2-3 times with Triple G, and end up getting the belt, Canelo can do his thing. So from the outside looking in, not that much insight like you guys, I'm looking at what preparation Saunders is coming with into this thing, and Canelo has been very active lately. He's staying in shape, So to me, I'm giving that edge to Canelo. If I have to pick one of them.
Kenny Penn, what do you think the keys to the fight are going to be for both guys?
Well, Billy Joe Saunders, in terms of his ring, he doesn't want a situation where Canelo's going to cut off his room to move. Because one thing about Canelo's got for like someone who's actually agile and very quick with his hands and quick with his head movement. He's actually got heavyweight. He's got heavyweight fighters' feet. He's like Bigfoot. He's like Bigfoot. So he's very much a stalker, where he cramps you for him. You can't get your punches out. If you do get your punches out, he's going to block you and block the punch, and then he'll try and go for the body. There's no way he's letting you out of that trap he set. And Billy Joe Saunders knows that, so he will want to be in a situation where he'll be throwing the double jab, the body shot, and then he'll be dancing around and making himself elusive, which Billy Joe's very good at doing. So in that respect, that's why I suppose there was this issue with the ring, and the dad made a big thing about it because he knows about those scoring challenges. Look what he did with Callum Smith. Look what he did eventually with Kovalev as well. He has got that ability. But one thing about Canelo, he's a very, very adaptable fighter, and people tend to underestimate that. They just assume
I agree.
that they just assume that he can only fight different styles, one style. What they don't understand, Canelo knows his opponent. He knows his opponent very well, and he will prepare for that particular opponent, and he'll neutralize their weaknesses. Every fight for Canelo is obviously it's collecting belts, but it's a fitness test for the next fight. He's very critical of himself, and if he doesn't think he's got it right. And trust me, he would know what Billy Joe's going to do. He's going to be prepared if Billy Joe does a touch for it and try and put it on him. He'll be prepared for that as well, and he'll back himself to outman him. So Canelo wouldn't be fazed by the fast southpaw stance. He fought Lara 3 years ago, southpaw. People say he's not as gifted as Billy Joe, but one thing he did is that he made sure that if he has fighting southpaw, I'm going to be the first person to get my punches off. I'm going to beat you to the punch, and then I'm going to stalk and neutralise the work, and that's what he's going to be looking to do as well. He's got 3 or 4 ways, I think, that he'll to beat Billy Joe.
Right, you there, Chig?
He's muted
Sorry,
himself.
I'm talking away, and I'm on mute. Okay, I think that's pretty accurate to me as well. I think, from my perspective, I think it all depends on how serious Canelo takes him. But I think you raise a good comparison. And I think for perhaps some of the more MMA versed guys, you want a good comparison between what Kenny Ken just said and an MMA guy. I think the best person to compare him to would be what Usman is doing now. I think what Usman is doing now, and perhaps where Canelo is at the moment, they're not too dissimilar sort of space, where they found their groove, they work the way they work, very highly adaptable. Very rarely make a mistake when they are adapted, and they tend to get the job done in devastating fashion usually. So I think we will see a similar sort of performance. I think it could be tricky to actually finish Billy Joe. So I do expect maybe Billy Joe to get plaudits through a point victory. Not that Billy Joe will win, but that I think that for Billy Joe just to take it to points, I think he'll get a lot of plaudits for
Mm.
that. And I think there could be a time whereby Billy Joe might need to show a lot of heart in the fight. And I think provided he's able to do that, and gypsies are tough, so I would imagine that will be the case. I think I can only see one winner really. Um, I think for Billy Joe to win, he's just got to be he's just got to do everything at 11. Everything he does good, he's got to do it at 11. He's got to be very elusive. I do think there's been a lot made of the fact that um, Canelo Alvarez struggles to slip guys because they compare him to Mayweather and there's one other guy that he was very, very slick and got like some sort of controversial decision against. Even Amir Khan, for example, was very, very slick. The problem with the Amir Khan performances, he let Amir Khan do his thing, knowing he'll catch him. So I hope, for Billy Joe's sake, that a similar performance is not there. Otherwise, he could really get himself hurt. But yeah, I think from my perspective, um, I can only see one winner. But I'm definitely intrigued. I'm for sure intrigued. Yeah, that's pretty much it for now. What about yourself, Will? What are the keys to the fight for you?
Um, who do I see winning this? It's a tough one. It's a tough one. I know the easy option would be to say Canelo will win, but it's just you don't know what kind of Billy Joe you're gonna get. And if you get Billy Joe that's on point, it could be a long walk. Because looking at Canelo's history and Kenny Ken, if you've actually watched Canelo's fights, I'm not really sure if you're really really into Canelo as much as we are, because I know you like your proper fighters, so you don't really watch that the high. You don't really watch them guys up there. You watch the real boxers. In many of the fights where he's fought boxers, and you understand what I mean by boxers, not fighters, boxers, he's not been 100%. Canelo has been beat, like he's lost loads of rounds to boxers. He's happened to knock a few out to sustain that, and then happened to get a few decisions, eyebrow raising decisions that you think. Do you get what I'm saying? So also with it being a big fight and with the world watching, I think, and this time with no golden boy behind his back, so the referees, judges, and all of that, he ain't gonna have them kind of decisions anymore. There ain't gonna be a Golovkin one kind of decision thing for it. I don't think there is gonna be. With all them things in mind,
I'm still hurt by that fight, man. That fight still hurting me, fam. Still hurt, but carry on.
the first one was a draw, by the way. But that being said, I still feel like it's gonna be very, very hard for Billy Joe to win. I still feel like it's gonna be very, very hard. It's just he has to just stay away from the body. I don't care about the chin. It's more the body shots because Canelo starts from the body. Always starts from the body. He start first, right? He will give away headshots. He will give you headshots, let you have all the headshots you want, just so he can get to your body. Yeah, because he knows what he's doing. He's waiting for the latter rounds where you're tired and you can't move when he's got you in a corner and he's just pelting you with shots.
So does
So,
that explain why he loses rounds the way you was just describing that he loses? Is that the sacrifice that he's kind of making, believing in his chin, walking people down
no,
and taking those punches
that's
to try and get
against.
the
No. He
like
dominates
investing
from.
into the body for later rounds, like you said?
If he's fighting if he's fighting someone who came to fight him, he will beat you from the first round. Now, if he's fighting someone who's coming to play cat and mouse games with him, that's where he struggles. I think Mayweather was I don't think everyone thinks Mayweather was a blueprint. I don't think Mayweather was a blueprint. I think before Mayweather, he fought what's his name? What's that Cuban guy's name? The lefty. Been losing a lot lately, but what's his name? Flipping really quick lefty. I think he beat Canelo before Canelo fought Mayweather. I personally thought he beat Canelo, and he put the blueprint out for how to beat Canelo. He boxed Canelo, and then won, I think, 7 rounds. Asked his corner. They said they think he's winning 7-0, and then decided to stand the last 5 rounds and not really do anything. Just run around for the last 5 rounds and not do anything. Literally lost the fight. I forgot this fighter's name.
Diego just came through for you, man. He's saying Lopez.
No, not Lopez. No, Lopez. Canelo swarmed Lopez, not Lopez. It's a black Cuban fighter. Cuban.
They've been mentioning it all day. I can't actually remember myself. Really annoying me.
He's a lefty. I will find him. He'll pop up in my head because I used to watch him a lot. I used to think he's slick. He's really, really slick. But him. I think he put a blueprint out on how to beat Canelo. Now Lopez, Canelo let Lopez do what he was doing because Canelo knew he was gonna knock Lopez out because Lopez jumped up 2 or 3 weights. He jumped up 2 or 3 weights because Canelo knew it. Just like the Khan one. Like, okay, do whatever you're doing. You know when you're fighting your little brother? Yeah. When you're fighting your little brother, you know, I can knock you out easily. Just do it. Yeah. Have your hits. But when I knock you out, I'll knock you out. Yeah. That's what Canelo did to Khan and Lopez, I feel. Right? See, that's the difference, Roland. That's what I'm trying to say. Like
Jolene Hunt just come with the name Lara. Erislandy Lara.
That's the one.
That's what I'm talking about.
Shout out to Jolene Hunt.
That's the one.
Shout out to Jolene Hunt.
That's the one.
Came through with the name. Big up.
Lara. Yep. Lara was the one.
That's why I love the chat, man. They help us out sometimes, man. You know, when you think fate like that, they help us out. Salute to you guys.
Yeah, if you watch, if anyone wants, they could go and watch a Lara fight. It's a great fight, if you ask me. Canelo did not know what was happening to him for the first, I'd say, 7 rounds. He did not know what. It just bang, the whole 7 rounds. He did not know what the hell he was hitting, missing loads. Worse than Mayweather's. But for some reason, Lara decided to stand. As soon as his corner told him he was up, he decided to stand. Like, I've won already. Like, what do I have to do? I've won 7 rounds. But he looked crap because he just stood there and was just taking shots, just taking body shots and that. Missing a few headshots, but was taking loads of body shots. And I think if you watch that, you can say it was a draw, but they gave it to Canelo for some. I don't know how he won it, but yeah, he did with it. But I think that guy did a blueprint. And from him, watching him, you could see how to box Canelo and how to frustrate Canelo. Billy Joe has got that. But has Billy Joe got the sting? Because Lara is so quick that it actually stings you, pushes your head back. It really stings you, which was making Canelo really, really think about moving forward. Has Billy Joe got that? That is the question, I think. If Billy
Dante
Joe has
says
that,
he give you 3-1 on Canelo. Oh God! I'm fucking with you, Dante. I'm fucking with it.
I was gonna say he ain't learned his lesson yet.
No, look. I think. Look, this is an interesting fight. It's gonna be because there's a few ways that this fight could turn out. But like Big Gong said, like Will's just laid out. It looked like Canelo's got more tools in the box to get the job done. over Saunders, but Saunders has definitely he's got the capabilities
Hey,
of
guys,
at least
sorry,
making a decision.
guys, sorry,
Go on.
I'm doing some homework, right? I've actually got Canelo. I've only got Canelo's best moment, 20 minutes of Canelo, Alvarez's best moments in the ring. So I'm watching them now, doing some homework at the moment. Watch it, it's on YouTube. For some reasons, they've got him. They've got one of the 20 minutes of his best moments for him fighting
Right.
Mayweather, where Mayweather's cutting cutting the distance down, and actually just he's basically marching forward, stepping his feet forward, and cutting off Canelo's face. And he's caught him a right hand right now. How's that?
And
How's
they're
that
showing it
Canelo's best
as
moments?
Canelo's best moments.
Yes.
Oh, you gotta love this.
And the show bit where Canelo's got him in a ring, and all Floyd's done with one movement. He's danced. He's danced. You know what I mean? How can that be his best moment? Unless that's a learning curve for him.
That's
His
crazy.
Yeah,
best
man.
moment. His best moment is when Floyd Mayweather praised him. He's going to be a future champion. No, that's it. They got him against Kirtland now. They got him against Kirtland. Do you remember that fight?
Yeah, I remember Kirkland. Yeah.
Mm.
See, they'll never show him against Alexander Lara. They'll never show that one.
You want to bet?
Well,
You want to
are
bet?
have they already showed it?
Nah, we'll see. But
If it's carrying on, because now you're going to future, because he fought Kirkland.
well, we're at
after he fought Mayweather.
2015 at the moment. 2015.
He'd already fought Lara by then.
No, he fought him in 2018, didn't he?
Mm-mm.
Let's have a look.
Way before he fought Lara before he fought Angulo.
Yeah, he fought Lara early.
He fought Lara way before he fought Angulo. Yeah, he fought Lara after he fought Trout. After he fought Trout, and even in the Trout fight, I thought he lost that one.
Yeah, I'm just seeing Kirtland spread eagle on the floor, man. Just like I remember the old days.
Yeah,
one of his best moments. They've actually counted his fight against Matthew as one of his best moments.
Yeah. I remember that one too. And the Yorkshire guy.
Yeah, Ryan Rhodes. You fight Ryan Rhodes.
Yeah, Ryan Rhodes. Yeah, Ryan Rhodes. Yeah, I didn't like Rhodes. You know why? Because he beat my best British fighter of all
Silky
time.
Jones.
No.
Who he beat?
Moore.
He beat Moore. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
but that
I love Jamie Moore, man. I love Jamie Moore.
I do love. I think what's happened is that Jamie Moore. It was just a power thing towards him. He like I said, it was just Ryan Rhodes just carried the extra power. You know what I mean?
But it was painful to watch, man. Especially like I've seen Jamie Moore go through a whole lot. You know what I mean? So like watching that was painful to watch for me. Like, yeah, I love Jamie Moore, man.
Do you remember his fight? Jamie Moore's fight with Macklin.
That's what made me love him. That's what made me love him. That's what made me love him.
Yeah.
That's what made me love him. That's what made me love him.
Macklin was knocked out. Unconscious before he hit the canvas.
Yeah. And they had to rush him to the flipping hospital. That's what made me love. That fight was deadly. That fight
Jamie
was
Moore,
deadly.
Jamie Moore ended up training him.
I love Jamie Moore, man. I absolutely love Jamie Moore. I absolutely love him. I like the way he's just normal. He's just the people. I don't know. It's just the Manchester fighters. They're just very like down to earth, like very likable characters. Look at Ricky Hatton. Look at Crowler. Look at Tyson Fury. Look at all of these guys. You know what I mean? They're all kind of lovable characters. These Manchester fighters, I think. But Billy Joe's not from Manchester. He's from London.
No, it's North London. Gooner it out.
Yeah, North London, but
North London stand up.
Yeah.
Fake North Londoners. You three that I'm here with. Fake North Londoners flipping. You're from the South, really, and you ended up in the North for some reason.
Oh, and a Man United fan schooling Arsenal fans. Love it.
It's hilarious. Look. Absolutely hilarious.
They're coming out of that old tale. Oh, you're Woolwich Arsenal. Love it. How many times have we heard that? Yeah.
It's hilarious.
I had to.
All right. Well, in terms of kind of final predictions, what would you say is going to happen?
You
tomorrow?
guys go. I'll go last. You guys go. I'll go last because I want to
Can I
hear.
go
Like I
first?
want to. Yeah,
I know
definitely,
I
definitely.
know you guys don't do your Mortal Kombat, or sorry, your MMA. That's what I'm going to do.
It is Mortal Kombat. It is
So
Mortal Kombat.
before you guys do your MMA, I'm gonna do my predictions. I'm going unanimous points for Canelo. I've actually got the scorecard. One judge is going to go 116, 112, and two judges are going to go 115, 113.
Okay.
Wow. I should go
Very
put some
specific.
dollars out on that.
And
Very specific.
the reason why is I think Canelo is capable of building up a 4-round points lead. 4 rounds to nil. I can see that, and then once he does that, it's hard for the fighter to come back. It's just hard to work, you know, especially when you got someone like him, who the judges love anyway. You know what I mean?
No doubt. No doubt.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm gonna go next. I already said it earlier on. You know, if I was gonna pick, I'm picking Canelo. I can't even talk about the finish, but I just think he's gonna find a way to get it done. He's Mexican as well, man. Like them motherfuckers know how to fight, man. You know what I mean? So I'm gonna go with Calendar, man.
I'm going to go with a split decision. Canelo.
Wow.
Yeah.
I
think this is going to be a close. I think this will be a close fight. I do. I think this will be a very close fight, in which maybe Canelo needs to come back from quite far down, and maybe there might be a controversial decision as to him winning the fight at all. And I think there'll be a rematch after this. So yeah, I'm going to go as far as to say that.
What a split draw?
I'm going to say split decision, Canelo, but I think it will be so controversial that he'll have to give a rematch to Billy Joe.
Okay. I'm gonna go with my head says Canelo, my heart says Billy Joe. And today being a day of love, I'm gonna go with Billy Joe.
Okay.
Yeah. I'm also going with Billy Joe because I am repping Britain for now. Do you know what I mean? Since none of you want to put that on your back.
I want to win. But the thing about it, it be any other champion, I'm going Billy Joe. But it's just that I've just seen this guy.
Canelo. I know it's Canelo. I know.
No, it's not even Canelo. It's just the fact that it's more than that. He's reason why he is the Canelo is because of the adaptability, and that's what swings for me. He can be adapt. You know, like all these fights you're talking about where you think he's lost. Well, he's learned from them. He learns from his mistakes. You know what I mean? The Canelo from the Canelo of the last 3 years is an elite fighter who understands.
Different
Who understands people's strengths, and he's thinking, never again am I going to put myself in a situation where I'm going to be vulnerable. I'm going to get you before you get me. And if you're going to try, and I've got ways I can get you, and that's his attitude. You know what I mean? Don't get me wrong. Rocky Fielding is no litmus test for any success. And Callum Smith's just too intimidating. But even then, Callum Smith, 6'3", long reach with a jab and long reach with his body hooks.
I knew he was going to lose anyway. I knew he was going to lose.
Well, he lost before
especially
he went.
No. Even against John Ryder when he fought against Ryder, I thought he lost against Ryder. Ryder's got the same thing. Same fights Canelo's weight, same weight, but Canelo fights that better, and Canelo showed it. So that's how I felt. I already knew.
Anyway, guys, I think you guys do your combat show, your UFC.
Yeah.
So I'm going to love you guys and leave you. Thank you for
no.
Args, quick thing before you go. I just want to hear this thing quickly. Quick question. Do you rate Andy Ruiz? Quick question.
That is actually a good question. I think Andy Ruiz is a good fighter, and he's got very, very quick hands. He's become a better fighter from Joshua 1, the Joshua 1 fight. He is capable, and I think he's up there, you know. But in terms of like when I look at the heavyweights out there, I wouldn't put Andy Ruiz. I'll look at Andy Ruiz and I think, right, I could put him at probably, if I've got one, two, all right, 1, 2, and 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. You made the screaming. Joshua Fury, whatever order you want to put it in. Then you got Wilder and you got Dillian White. I'll probably put him 5. But then again, that's open debate because other heavyweights might think, well, I ain't got it. Hunter might think, yeah, what about me? And in the heavyweights might think I'm better than him. So it is open to debate for me.
Okay, I just wanted to know your opinion. That's all.
Okay, you let me go now.
Yeah.
All right, guys, keep strong. I'll speak to you soon, yeah?
See you
No
later.
worries,
Thank
Eagle.
you, Simon.
Thanks for popping through.
Love.
Love you, mate.
Love.
Cheers. Take care. There you go. You seem to
Right
enjoy
Yeah,
that answer, Ola.
that was a deep dive. That was a deep dive right there. And Will is one of those people that when he's got a grudge and all of that, he don't let it go. He's got to go and dig it back out wherever it is.
You
You know what I
already
mean?
know.
You had to ask that question. You had to ask that
You already
question,
know.
man. You
And
know
I
what I mean?
told you when it comes on, I'm
So,
gonna ask that.
yeah, you see, yeah, you said. You know, so, but let's rifle through this week's card. Actually, should we just talk quickly about the main event of the Reyes and Yuri? So, I mean that knockout. There's no way we can't talk. We should talk about that knockout there from Yuri Prohaska. All of us went for Yuri, by the way, and I mean, did you see you saw the fight, right?
Yeah.
And
I was with you, Ola.
no, I'm talking to Cheek.
Oh.
So the way Dominic Reyes was walking Yuri back at first, I thought, oh shit, this might go all the way. And I don't know. He had him in a guillotine. And you see that fucking thing, that head thing that he got at the back of his head. I thought that thing was gonna make that guillotine stick, you know, from when they had the guillotine and went down with it. And the man couldn't pull it out. Eventually pulled it out. But Yuri is crazy.
One sec,
He's
guys.
crazy, man. What did you think of it, Chick?
Well, I said at the time of my pick that this is a guy that I know that they're very, very big on. The guy that I think will dethrone my man in the end and have a bit of a title run. To be fair, younger version of him. To be fair, it's a mad knockout. What can you say? He looks like he's only improving. What is he? 24, 25? Super
No, he's
young.
28.
But still, for MMA terms, still very super.
He's still very young, very young.
But yeah, I can only see him getting better and better. The power improving, the technique improving. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what he does. In a division that desperately needs a couple of real solid contenders, and he is a solid contender. So yeah, I'm looking forward to seeing what he does.
They got a very, very good top 5 right now. I like the way the top 5 is looking. You know, they got Rakic in there, Jan is in there. They got all these guys in there now, and there's a very nice mixture of 205ers now that can bang. You know, and Yuri is right up there and coming in there. Will, tell us what you thought about the fight and the knockout.
At one point, we thought Yuri was going to get knocked. All I said there's going to be a knockout in the second round. They didn't say from which point, but just said there was going to be a knockout in the second round. And then there was as well. in the
It's
second
the
round.
way
So
they were going at it. It's the way they were going. I'm like, there's no way this fight is going the distance. At first, I thought it might, but there's no way this fight is going the distance, man. It's ridiculous. It's almost like a double elbow. You know what I mean? He clipped it with the first one. The first one didn't really finish the job, but he came back and to get a face plant like that, incredible. We're gonna go to the bonus real quick. Chig, you got 3 points. Yuri got you 3 points for performance of the night. Your fight of the night didn't come through. Will, you also got 3 points for for the Giga kick, Giga Chikadze, and I went for Giga Chikadze as well. I also got 3 points. So 3 points for all of us on the bonuses. And for the fight picks, Will, you got 6, Chi got 5, I got 6. So all in all, Chig is on 65 points, Willie is on 62 points, I'm on 78 points going into this week. Right. Chig, whenever you're ready, if you want to pull up the prelims,
all of you
pick
might
up
as well
3
put all
fighters
because
on
it's
there.
all no, it's 4. It's only 4 fights. You might as well pick all. It's only 4 fights in the pre. Might as well.
Yeah. You're trying to catch up. That's what this is. You're
What?
trying to pick 4.
All right, 2 seconds.
You know, but I mean, look, I look at the thing. The Merab fight was a really good fight. Sean Strickland is making noise at 185 right now. What other fight was impressive on there? I thought the one that really surprised me was the Luana Carolina fight. You picked her. Me and Chig actually picked Botello. And it was a surprise win. You see how happy she was. Um, this girl lost to Lipsky on that
Leg. That
that
leg.
leg bar. Oh my! Every time I'm thinking about that leg bar, but it just bend it. But nobody's leg is supposed to bend back that like that. But yeah, and watching that Reyes fight as well. Shout out to Bertrand Sue. Man, we was on Twitter together. You know what I mean? Talking about the fight and thing. Real interactive. That's what we always say whenever the fight's on. Come and jam with man online, man. You know what I mean? I'll be out there on Twitter putting out play by play, if I, you know what I mean, whatever and saying and that, and just joining the general MMA community. You know what I mean? And you know, make it a night. There's a lot going on tonight and tomorrow. Like I said, Michael Venom Page is fighting.
What time is
Later on
what time is
tonight,
Bellator start?
2 o'clock. Anthony Rumble Johnson is fighting as well. So there's Romero pulled out. But look, they still got some decent fighters on that card. So I'll definitely be keeping an eye on that one. Chig, you ready? Right. I'm gonna pull out the prelims here from here, and you can make your pick. And when Chig's ready, he makes his as well. Okay. Yeah, let's start with Christian. I was just gonna say Christina Aguilera there, you know. I don't know why I always fucking do that. But Christian Aguilera and Carlston Harris. William.
I'm going with Harris.
Going with Harris. Chig.
I'm going with the beast.
Well, Aguilera, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Christina.
Okay, I'm gonna go with Carlston Harris as well. Okay, On to the next fight. Bring it up, please. Right off the back, I'm going with Tafon Chuku. That's Chick's village brother, his village cousin, right there. We're gonna go with him. He's 5-0. Yeonjun Park, he's 12-4. So
What weight is
still
this?
205.
Ooh.
But I'm going with Tafon.
I'll go with Tafon too.
Full house.
All hits.
I didn't expect Chick to pit against his cousin, man. So
Whatever. The people actually will believe I'm from Cameroon now.
Where's the man from Cameroon?
Oh man. Okay, we have Ludovic Klein and Michael Trezano. I know about Michael Trezano from his time on Tough Man. He was actually there with my boy Bob Ross and Luis Pena. And they had a bout. He actually injured him in the fight. Beat him as well. But very, very close fight.
Bob Ross.
Yeah.
Okay.
He's got a 9-1 record. Like, the guy is super tough. I know about Michael Trezano very well. Super tough guy. Anyway, where you lot going?
Could be close, this one. Could be very close.
I've heard him talk about that Ludovic Klein guy before as well.
I'm going with Ludovic.
She's going with Ludovic. Will?
Yeah, it's gonna be a full house.
What's a full house?
I said it's gonna be a full house.
So you're going with Ludovic as well, yeah?
Yep.
Okay. On to the next fight.
So you going with Ludovic as well?
Yeah. I'm a hater like that, man. It be Pena, bro.
What thought it was clever?
No,
Thought it was clever. You tried to anticipate your answer when he said it's going to be a full house, but then you didn't confirm anything. So you thought it was clever.
No, he did. It is a full house. No, I was right.
Of course, it's a full house.
You know,
what you think? Because I was big enough Trezano, yeah. Like,
that's why. That's why.
Is that what you were thinking?
It was gonna be a full house. Yeah, that's why I knew it was gonna be a full house.
Yeah.
When you started picking him up, I thought, Ola's not picking him. Definitely not picking him. Definitely not picking him. I know you too well.
Okay, Phil Horse. Fighting Cow that cow. God damn, this is a tough fight to pick. The records are absolutely identical.
I'm picking Carl the cow.
Okay. I'm gonna go with Phil Horse.
You know what? I changed my mind. I'm going for a horse. Just remembered something. I just remembered something.
Oh my God! People change their mind left, right, center. I'm gonna stick with Phil Horse. Flash.
We've knew it. Full house.
Yes, sir.
You know what? I'm gonna go Cow that cow.
Good.
I'm going Cow that cow. Yeah. So that's not full house. How about that?
In a fight that's going to break my heart to pick. I love both girls.
This one ain't even breaking my heart. Nothing. I'm going with Angela here on this one.
I can see why. I can see why. I'm very tempted to do so myself. I'm gonna go Rebus. Yeah. Because I need to start gaining some points in this. So let's do it. So I decided already. Whatever you picked, I was going the opposite.
Shit. Yeah, I was always gonna go with Hill. She's been on the bad end of some terrible decisions, man. But yeah, I'll go with Hill, man.
I'm going with Hill too.
Okay. Next fight up, Diego Ferreira, 17-3. Gregor Gillespie, 13-1.
That one was to Kevin Lee.
That one was to Kevin Lee. You know what I mean? That was a devastating knockout. I don't know how he recovers back. He's recovered back from that, but it's been a while since that happened. So, yeah. You know what? I'm gonna go with Gillespie.
I'm gonna go for Ferreira.
I'm going with Gillespie as well.
Okay. To the next fight.
Stacking and packing.
Oh yeah, this is my guy. Right here,
Lima.
Maurice Green.
Lima.
Versus Chicks going Lima. Yeah, man. I'm going Maurice Green. I think Maurice Green is he lost to Greg Hardy, man. But boy, that was a silly loss. But I'm gonna go back with Maurice Green.
I'm going with Lima.
Okay. This is the battle of the wheels. This one.
This will be a good fight.
This is gonna be this is fight of the night for me. But
Yeah.
Jeff Neal versus Neil Magny. 13-3. Jeff Neal Magny 24 at 9. Yeah, it's a lot there. They're both coming off losses though. Jeff Neal coming off a loss to Wonder Boy. Wonder Boy just tortured him for five rounds, man. And Neil Magny, my boy Chiesa, showed him a different kind of engine, different kind of everything. I keep telling people about Chiesa, man. People ain't taking note yet. But he's coming off a loss to Michael Chiesa. What say you? Chig, you want to go first?
Nope.
William, you want to go first?
Nope. It's all on you.
Yeah,
It's on you.
I guess that leaves me. That leaves me.
First dibs.
I'm gonna go with Jeff Neal. I'm gonna go with Jeff Neal on this one. I think Jeff Neal has more ways to win than Neil Magny. So I'll go with Jeff Neal.
I do rate Jeff Neal more than I rate Neil Magny. That's the thing. So yeah, I'll say the same thing. Jeff Neal.
Okay,
I think it's tougher. I think it's tougher, sharper, a little cleaner. Yeah.
Yeah, I like his handiwork, man. I mean, striking with Wonder Boy. You were born at disadvantage. Striking with Wonder Boy, you know what I mean? He's so awkward to train for, so awkward to strike with. So, William, What's that? What's that noise I'm hearing? What's that thing there?
Don't worry about it, sweets.
Come on, bro.
I'm gonna go
What's your
with.
pick?
I'm gonna go with Jeff Neal as well.
Oh.
Is that full house?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All I hate's
All
full
right.
houses.
Yeah. You know what? You just threw me back. You know. I'm gonna go with New Magnum. Man.
You're a clown. He deliberately said that to you to psych you up. You're a joker. I thought
I was
hopefully
gonna
well,
go back there anyway. I convinced myself out of it. Anyway, Cowboy and Alex Morono. Alex Morono, 18-7, lost to Pettis, and Cowboy Cerrone lost. No, he didn't lose. It felt like a loss. Nico Price. Remember that draw they had, and that boy was giving him hugs and shit. And I thought, what the hell's going on here? What kind of kumbaya are we looking at here? But yeah, Cowboy is just back for some payday. He needs some money to foil up his jet skis. They opened up Florida. That brother there was a flight. So I am gonna go with Cowboy.
I'm going with Moreno.
I'm gonna go with Moreno as well.
You know what? I'll change my mind. I'm going Cowboy.
I'll stick with Moreno.
Okay, and yeah, let's get to the main event.
So I'm the only one who hasn't flip flop from side to side, like so
Who
far.
cares, bro?
I do, because I was the one who was
I
initially called a
I
flip flopper.
I don't. I don't.
I know, because you're the flip flopping king right now.
Yeah. With new information, I changing my mind.
You know what I'm saying? When you consider information, that's not flip flopping.
Where did you get the information? Before or after we started the show?
I had the right to. I had the right to. I reserve the right. Yeah. I reserve the right
Oh,
to pull it out when I wish, Bridget. Come
yo.
on. Look, I'm going with Watterson, the karate hottie, right off the back. But Rodriguez is a savage, though. That head kick there too.
I'm
She
I'm going
knocked
with
her ribas,
Rodriguez. I'm going with
She knocked her
Rodriguez.
ribas, Bridget. She knocked her ribas. You know what?
I'm going with Rodriguez.
Yeah, I might
I'm,
go with Rodriguez. But
I'm,
she
I'm,
took this
telling,
fight. No,
I'm
I'm
telling
going
you
with
now.
Watterson. I'm going with Watterson.
I'm telling you now. As much as you know, I love Watson. She's my girl, but I still have nightmares about what this girl did to Ribas the other day. So I'm going with Rodriguez.
Okay. You know what? This might be a point where I do like a full house show. Um,
No, you don't like a full house. It's cool.
Pussy.
yeah, I'm gonna stay with Watterson, man. I like Watterson. I'm gonna stay with Watterson. Um, there's there's some factors that you man don't know about, but I leave that that's the interpretation and the information that I'm reserving the right to withhold. God
Okay.
damn it! I
Don't
stay with
worry.
Watterson.
Mm-hmm.
Don't worry. We'll find out after the fight.
Okay, let's talk about the bonuses. No, you find out before the fight starts. I'll tell you. I'll tell you what it was. But bonuses. Anybody want to go first? You know what? I might go first. Performance of the night. I'm going with Ludovic Klein. Fight of the night. I'm going with Diego Gillespie. Whenever you two are ready.
I'm waiting for Chick. Chick sounds like he's ready to go.
I sound like I'm ready to go. You go, motherfucker.
You went, like you were about to say something.
I'm gonna go
See?
Diego Ferreira, performance of the night. And fight of the night, Rebus Hill.
I'm gonna go Rodriguez, performance of the night. Then Magny, Neil Magny versus Neil.
Do you know what? I'm going performance of the night, Rebus. No, not fight of the night.
So wait, so what's your performance of the night then? Rebus.
Yeah, so just going 2 performances.
Oh, you got 2 performances. So who's your other performance?
One other one is Ferreira.
Ferreira. Okay. What about you, Ola? What are your performance? What's your performance? Ola. Ola, your mic's on mute.
My fight of the night is Gregor versus Diego.
Yeah.
And my performance is Ludovic.
Okay.
So you got fight of the night to pick. You already picked Marina for performance of the night.
Yeah, and I picked Neil Magny versus Neil.
All right. So the 2 Nils for fight of the night.
Yep.
Okay. I think that's the end of the show. Actually, before we go, we cannot talk about the little press conference between Mayweather and Logan Paul, and he getting beat. Didn't that man they jump him? Come on, a cheek?
No,
Tell me
not
what you made of
necessarily.
that thing there, man. Cause when I first saw it, I was thinking 2 different things. But you man are boxing man. Tell me if this is some thriller shit or some real shit.
Oh, it's some trailer shit. They needed to hype this. They needed to
That's
hype
a
this somewhere.
ratchet shit.
They needed to hype it somewhere.
Nah, but it's not him
and
though. But it's not him he's fighting though.
Yeah, but I think genuinely now the interest between Logan now the fight, at least there's something there because they were ice cold before. They were ice cold before. At least now there's something there, even though it's not through Jake. And I think if you're Jake and you're going to lose, you're on your little streak. It has to be to Mayweather, doesn't it? Won't be to anyone else.
Well, he's
So,
fighting Logan, isn't it?
so he's fighting Logan first. He'll light up Logan. Then he'll fight Jake. And then from Jake's point of view, there's no disgrace to losing to Mayweather. And then I would expect Jake to fight KSI maybe towards the end of the year, and then go from there. It's what it is. I can't knock the kid. I can't.
They're making Skrilla, man. They're making money.
For me, I can't. Like, I know people are saying, "Oh, isn't it a disgrace to boxing?" I'm like, well, is it? You know, it's just like anyone else trying to do something. It's like when people try to. It's like when people in the entertainment industry try and sing. You know, is it a disgrace to music? Maybe. I don't know. I think it all depends on whether it sells. If somebody has an audience for something that's large enough, at the end of the day, you know, they will pay attention to it. Whether you call it boxing or not is another question. The kid is earning money, knocking out retired and part-time bums. I don't see that as boxing. I see that as him just designing his own lane. So I'm not going to condemn him for that. I don't understand the mentality when people say, "Oh, Chig, this is disgraceful, ain't it? Like it's real disgraceful. I know how much you love boxing." Nah, man, let the kid do their thing.
Get your
Let him
bread
do
where
their
you
thing.
can.
Yeah, man, got to make money in this world, man.
I don't even know how it's disgraceful for boxing. Boxing ain't done nothing.
Exactly.
They want to do boxing. Boxing ain't done, told them, "Yo, come do me." Nah,
Yeah,
boxing's just
exactly.
there.
Boxing is not. It's not like they're welcoming them with open arms.
Bro, this guy's got the attention of real motherfuckers. I mean, DC was threatening him. Usman's been threatening him all week. He's Drew Connor out. Like, he's got people, he's got everyone talking about him. Like, the way he's a marketing genius, man. You can't take that away from him. I don't care how you cut it. Being relevant one way or the other in the business that he's in, he's one of the most talked about guy every week in combat sport. He ain't even a real fighter yet. You know what I mean? Like he's not even there, but he's found a way to put himself out there, and everyone's talking about him. You know, and that's kudos to his team, the people around him. Yeah, marketing genius. Can't knock him.
I will say this: I'll be very interested to see what happens if Justin beats Connor again. Will Connor then look towards Jake?
Yeah.
That for me will be the interesting test.
So he'll probably promote it as well.
Mm.
I mean, there's one person in this world that's waiting for him to get knocked out. Shout out to Dante. I know it cost you, but yeah, he's rooting for Jake Paul to get slept. So I'm here for it. I'm here for it. And when it happens, I'll pour a proper 12 with you.
Dante, I got one thing to say. As much as I hate Jake Paul, I still like the 60 pound he made from you though. You know what I mean? No,
Yeah.
I just had to say that though, Dante, because I hate the cunt, but he made me some money.
It's all blessed. It's all blessed. You like to rub it in. So
You know
yeah,
how I
I
am.
think that concludes the end of unless you guys got any other current events you want to bring up.
Nah, it's been a quiet week actually. It's been a really, really quiet week. Yeah.
Husband. We'll come again next week, and obviously talk a little bit more about bigger cards, and we'll review the Billy Joe
pay-per-view
card
next week. I'm still trying to work on that Houston card, you know. So hopefully we can get a wonder fight put on there with some prospects that we really do mess with. So keep an eye out for that. And when that happens, we'll let you guys know.
All right, man. Well, we are out of here, guys. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this preview. Thank you to Kenny Ken for joining us earlier. And yeah, we'll be back next week just to review everything and preview any cards that need to be previewed. All right, we are out. Take care.
Peace. Love.
Salute.